The Mesopotamians, 4000 BC, first to have records of their observations. One of their observatories was called a ziggurat, which was a pyramid-shaped building. They tracked movements in space and used it to keep time. The Egyptians, 4000 BC, used astronomy for practical purposes, such as developing calendars and aligning temples and monuments. Stonehenge. In 2500 BC, the stones were laid down. No one knows exactly why Stonehenge was constructed. One theory, however, is that it was a calendar. Another is that it was an observatory. The Chinese, 1200 BC, recorded observations of eclipses. They recorded about 900 solar eclipses and 600 lunar eclipses in a period of about 2600 years. Thales, 624 to 547 BC, he predicted a total solar eclipse. Pythagoras, 582 to 500 BC, proposed celestial bodies moved in circular paths, also suggested celestial bodies are spheres. Babylonians, 500 BC, used long records of observations to see regulations and patterns in the motion of the moon and planets. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC, helped explain why the planets are spheres. He was not primarily an astronomer, however. Aristarchus, 310 to 230 BC, showed that it was possible to find the distance to the moon and its relative size via trigonometry. Eratosthenes, 276 to 195 BC, used geometry to calculate the size of the Earth. Hipparchus, in 134 BC, he discovered a new star. He made a catalog of the brightest stars. Mayan/Mesoamericans, 1,000 to 2,000 years ago, many buildings were aligned to the position of the sunrise and sunset at solstices. Venus played a major cultural role. Ptolemy, in 127 to 151 AD, his greatest accomplishment was the completion of a system that could accurately account for the motion of the planets. Arabs, Muslims, 7th to 15th century, improved observation techniques and improved the way planetary positions were calculated. Copernicus, 1473 to 1543, proposes the first fully developed heliocentric model. Brahe determined comets aren't closer to the Earth than the Moon. Galileo constructed the first known telescope and showed how the Moon was in fact not smooth. Kepler helped prove the planets orbit the Sun in an elliptical motion. Newton discovered how gravity affects objects, also developed the laws of motion. Edmund Halley, 1656 to 1742, best known for predicting the orbit of the comet that was later named after him, made many observations and used Venus to try and determine the distance between the Sun and the Earth. Einstein, 1879 to 1955, he created the theory of relativity and made many hypotheses about the way the universe works. Niels Bohr, 1885 to 1962, discovered the electron and showed how atoms emit light. Wolfgang Pauli, 1900 to 1958, helped pioneer quantum physics, which is used in astronomy. Werner Heisenberg, 1901 to 1976, watched radiation emit from atoms and observed particles move, and theorized that this occurs in space on a large scale. Edwin Hubble, 1889 to 1953, helped establish the field of extragalactic astronomy, regarded as one of the most important observationalists in the 20th century. George Lamartine, 1894 to 1966, proposed the theory of an expanding universe, proposed the Big Bang Theory. Robert Oppenheimer, 1904 to 1967, helped develop the atomic bomb. He was also a theoretical physicist fascinated by spaceflight. Fred Howell, 1915 to 2001, helped make significant contributions to stellar nucleosynthesis, the way elements are produced inside of a star. Penzias and Wilson, 1964, they accidentally discovered the cosmic microwave background. Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, July 20th, 1969, the first two men to step on foot of another celestial body and conduct experiments there.